everybody. Welcome to the podcast of me, our mother-daughter podcast of me, myself, and I.
Hi! Hope everyone is very well and has enjoyed listening to our previous two podcasts. So today, what are we talking about today, Maahi?
Friendships.
Friendships. Wow, that's an interesting topic, isn't it?
Yes.
It is, isn't it? How have you been? What's all this?
We got some feedback on our last two, and somebody suggested that we should have snacks.
Yeah, because apparently we talk about food quite a lot, and that actually we
need some food.
We need some food. So what do we have here? We've got some chocolate covered strawberries. We've got these crispy cakes that we made ourselves, and then we've got cream eggs. Yes, we are just coming out of Easter, just in case you're wondering why we've got so many eggs things. We hope you had a lovely Easter. Anyways, going back to our topic today, we thought that we would talk about friendships, didn't we, Maahi?
Yeah.
So what did we want to focus on?
I think that we should do like our stories that we've had.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I've had some bad experiences. Well, they're not bad experiences because I've learnt from them, friendships. And so, yeah.
And then some good experiences as well?
Yes.
So, and what we've learned, I guess, what we've learned about friendships from our experiences.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to go first or shall I go first?
Can you go first?
Oh, I have to go first. So, if I'm honest with you, Maahi, and the people that listen to us, is throughout my life, I haven't had lots and lots of friends. I've never been that type of person that has felt that they need loads of people around them or loads of friends and all this sort of stuff. Like, I'm friendly, but I think I've always sort of been like the odd one out, even through school. Like, I wasn't like the person that had loads of friends or anything like that. And, I was a bit of a loner, I would probably say. And, remember from our Brown Girls podcast, we weren't allowed to have friends anyway.
Yeah.
So even if I did sort of make friends, it was like, well, what would be the purpose of, do you know what I mean? Like, so I spent a lot of my school life not having very many friends. But I do have this one amazing friend, and she knows who she is. And we've been friends since nursery school. And her friendship, so the friendship with her is like, it feels like the universe will bring us back together. We've argued, we've fought, we've written each other love letters when we've missed each other. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's probably been a part of my life for about 35 years of my life, if I think about it. So I'm 43 now. So we were in nursery when we met. And, I used to go around her house. She didn't come to our house as often, but like all her family know me. And I feel that we've had this friendship whereby we love each other a lot, but we've also had times where we've argued with each other or we've fell out over something, but we still, for some reason, we come back together. Like we're still friends. Like now,
yeah.
Like if she was to say to me, "Come, Raj, I need you right now," I'd be there. I'd be at her door.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the type of friendship that we have, and I think she would do the same for me as well. Like, and to me, that friendship, it means so much. Like we don't have to. Like we probably sometimes don't talk to each other for like 6 months. But we've been friends for a long time. Like we've seen different aspects of each other's lives. Like I think both of us haven't had the easiest of lives, I would say. But although our friendships had turbulence, for some reason we always seem to be able to keep in contact and voice what we think to each other. So to me, I think one of the important things of our friendship is that we do say what we want to each other, or what we need to say to each other. And, we might be upset with each other for a little while, but we then sort of seem to get back to, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we seem to be able to be open about how we feel about each other. And I think friendships nowadays is not as easy to do that. Like it's all quite false and fake.
Yes. I agree.
So that's one of my experiences. What about you?
So I had this friend that I was friends with for quite a long time, and like we have recently had we were always this like on and off type, you know, and we've had this one experience. This happened how long ago?
Only about a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, and like she got her older sister involved, and I don't think that helped very much. And basically, like how I feel is there's always somebody to replace me. Like she always has a replacement, and I know who exactly that girl is that can replace me. But like after our arguments, us two would say sorry to each other, and then we would be fine. But because like it just got to the point where it's not fine, and now she wants to be friends with me again, and I just said to her, I'll be friendly with you, but like it's not how it's gonna used to be, because we were tight and my mum knows that.
So what do you think is what is it that she said to you that upset you, do you think?
I think it was mostly her sister.
But was there anything specifically that she said to you that how you were behaving or how you were acting that upset you?
Like,
so like when she said that you were jealous of her and you wasn't happy for her and all these sort of things, like
it did hurt me because I've been there for her so many times.
But did you feel that way about her?
Like, no, I don't. Like,
did you feel jealous of her? Did you feel hurt by it?
Well, no, because she is my friend still, but not as tight as we used to be. I mean, she said it like to my face, maybe I'm jealous of you sometimes, and it hasn't turned into this big thing, but she's gone and told people about that and wrote somebody about that, and that person has told other people about that, and then that person that she told has come to me and told me about that.
So it almost becomes like a school
gossip
circle, and from someone that was your closest friend, would you say?
Yeah. But I do have like other people that I can go to, and they were really they really helped me. Like she did, yeah. But you know, like we know that you're a bad friend, but the thing is, you don't know that. It's just, you know that someone's a bad friend, but the hard part is going away from them. I would say.
Yeah.
Like coming out of that, because you feel like they have everyone that they want.
Yeah.
And like they always have people to go to, and like you just feel alone. But I'd rather be alone than in that relationship, to be honest.
I think you said that to her, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
What did you say?
She just went, I was like, I'd rather be alone than be with people who call me jealous and all this stuff, because I was happy for her, but she easily replaced me. Like the next day she was with that girl. Like, and after I found out she had told other people, I was really annoyed.
Yeah, and I think because her
sister, she was like,
she threatened you, hadn't she? That if you go around telling anyone, running your mouth was the exact words that she used, that you must have felt like, oh my God, like you didn't tell anyone what had happened.
I haven't told anyone.
Apart from me, because I obviously sent her a lovely message. And this is one thing, isn't it? Like, why it's so important to communicate to your parent, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Because
after, I didn't respond to her messages because I kept them silent, but I saw a little bit of that, and I actually started to get worried. I don't know why, but I didn't see most of the message, but I saw some of it, and I was worried.
Yeah, and then you came to your parent.
Your mum.
Well, you came to your mum, didn't you? Well, you came to me. I'm your mum, aren't you?
Hey.
Yes, hello. So you came to your mum, and I think, like, it is really important, isn't it, to go and speak to your mum, or you know, someone that you can talk to, because what did you think it did for you when you were going through that with her, when they sort of sent you that threatening message?
I just normally she doesn't get any of her family involved or anything, and I was actually shocked, I would say, because normally she doesn't get, like when I got my mum involved in this one argument, my mum actually made things better, but she was calling me things like a baby, jealous, all this sort of stuff. And whilst my mum, when we had that argument, my mum was like, say to your friend, will the fights bring us closer? And that's
because it's healthy to have arguments in friendships and relationships.
If you don't have arguments with your friend, that means that you're fake.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
It does. It means that you're in a fake friendship.
And I feel like I have a few of those, or did have a few of those, because I think those people might not even know that I don't actually consider them my friends anymore. They're probably just acquaintances. But I think, to me, the biggest thing about a friend is the ability to be honest. And I think there's some people around me, probably up until very recently, where I can't be honest. I honestly cannot be honest. And I just think back to myself, well, I can't be honest in the way that you have behaved with me, or the people that you know have behaved with me. And if I can't be honest with you with people about that, then what's the point in having that kind of friend?
Yeah.
What do you think is some of the things that you've learned about friendships, do you think, for you, in your experience?
I feel like...
Because obviously you're going to go to high school and, all that, and there's going to be more friendships then, and you've got, a lot in your life to look at, haven't you, in terms of friendships?
Yeah. I mean... I feel like I've learned a lot from this. And I've told her that as well. She said to me, what if I change and we can become friends again? That's what she told me. And I was like, but I don't want to go through that again. Like, I've told her to her face, you've taught me a lot of stuff from this argument. So, I think one of the things that I've learned is, like, you can be close with people, but don't call them your best friend, because some people may believe in them, and it's entirely your opinion, but I would say you can have closest friends, and I'm sure everyone does, I have friends, but I would say, from my opinion, don't call them your best friend.
Yeah, so as you know, I don't have a best friend. I never have had a best friend. I don't really consider that there is any reason to have a best friend, because I think then once you start saying, oh, best friend or best mate, you exclude so many other people that could become close to you.
Yeah.
And you exclude yourself from all these other interactions and experiences that you could have with other people.
Yes.
So I always say that I have close friends and friends. I've always had one close friend throughout my life, and for a number of years, that close friend, for over a decade, my close friend was a male. So we were really close for 12, 13 years. He was my closest friend. And the friendship was so strong that I didn't feel that do you know what I mean? I didn't feel that I needed anything more than that, and I think maybe that's a flaw in me, I don't know. We had other priorities in our lives, so we stopped being friends. Well, we're still friends, as you know, yeah. We still see each other, so our friendship didn't last as long, but I think, like I said, I think, a friendship isn't just about having one person and then being the only person that you're with. Do you understand?
Yeah, I feel like friendships I got excluded from other people that I could have been friends with.
As I've sort of grown through my life, I've come across a lot of fake friendships. Do you know what I mean? The biggest one of them all would be the school mums friendships. Do you know what I mean? I think that probably was like the school gates. That's the worst place. Sometimes they can be quite fake friendships. But saying that, two of the closest people that I've got around me, of friends, in terms of people that I call my friends, are from the school mums gate. But there was I think 10 of us at one point. Do you know what I mean? I've never fitted into friends. Do you know what I mean? I've always been on the periphery, looking in. Do you know what I mean? So I think there's lots of categories of friends as you go through your life that don't stay. Do you know what I mean? People come and go from your life as you go through life, and the strong friends, or the people with the stronger bonds, you will still stay friends with. You know, and I think the fake people that sort of fake friends because they want someone to go out with, or they want, you know, someone to go and have a coffee with, or whatever you want to call it, right? Those types of friends, you know, it's lovely to do that sometimes, but I don't know. I think as I've got older, I don't have time for that. Yeah. You know, as you know, I had my own experience recently, didn't I? Of a bad situation, and, you know, I don't think I would expose myself to that again. Do you know what I mean? And
you don't want to go through that pain.
No, yeah, I mean, I didn't feel pain.
Well, you don't like. It's just not a nice thing to experience.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel pain. I was quite proud of myself that I walked away from the situation and came home. But I think it is hurtful that somebody that you consider your friend doesn't say nice things about you when you're not there.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that hurts the most. I think one of the things that I've learned now is we don't have to entertain this. Do you know what I mean? We don't have to entertain these people. Like, yeah, we're close with them. We'll miss them for a little while. But you know what? Life goes on, right? And I think that's the thing that we need to remember mostly. So, before we talk about some of our good parts, what shall we have, Maahi? We should eat something. Come on.
I want to have the Rice Krispie thing.
What, all of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing half each.
What do you think?
I don't know. Should we just have half? I don't want the egg one bit. It's going to be hard.
Should we give each other a strawberry?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Just so that people can see that we did eat our food. Yes. Record that bit. No, I thought we were going to give it to each other.
Oh.
Give you that one now.
Give me that one.
Right, ready?
Yeah, pick.
So there you go.
Oh, it's good. You're eating so much. How do you eat this? I want a chocolate, but I don't want.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice.
It's nice, isn't it?
What do I do with the stick?
Right. Should we talk about a good one now?
Yeah.
Was that nice? That was nice, wasn't it? Do try that recipe at home.
Melt chocolate and put it in.
Put the strawberries in it, and then put them in the fridge on baking paper. Oh, they're so nice, aren't they?
It's just a little bit hard to eat if you saw.
Yeah.
I have anything on my face.
It's still there. This is why you should eat when you're doing a podcast. Right, let's go back. So let's end with a bit of good experiences. So, do you have anything good? Cheers.
Yeah, I do actually. So after I stopped becoming friends with, I wouldn't say stop becoming friends, just stop being so close with that girl. I've only told two people, I would say, about what happened. And the first person that I told, she was really supportive. Like, she told me that, so when I was alone and I told her, she was like, well, why didn't you come to us? Because her and her friend, they're on the, like, her and the person she normally like is with, we were all on the same like table, and I was like, well, I was just alone, and then she was like, well, why didn't you come to us? So
is that another girl in your class?
Yeah. And so
so people can be kind.
Yeah.
There's and you know, sometimes one friendship you have to step away from to realise actually there's so many other friendships out there that you could be a part of.
Yeah.
So you had some good experience of friendships as well.
So that experience has been really nice, like knowing someone's there, than just being alone. Because as much as much as I like my own company, I like being alone. But like, who really wants to be walking around when you see everyone else with their friends at break time and lunch?
So talking to this person, like, sort of, these people have shown you lots of kindness, haven't they? And they've made you feel like
they made me feel like I'm not alone.
Yeah, which is good, isn't it?
Yeah, I have some support.
So I think I'm lucky as well. Like I like I said, I have had lots of lovely people in my life, like lots of really kind people, whether it's in my workplaces that I've become really good friends with. I've got a couple of people that I've known for like 15 years, because I've worked with them, and we might not see each other or speak to each other all the time, but we are close to each other. And at low points in my life, they've always checked up on me, or like one particular person I can, we probably sometimes, we didn't speak to each other for years whilst I was still with your dad. But I think, it shows the strength and the character of a friendship, the fact that, this person, they can still sort of be there for you. So I think to me, I had lots of good experiences of friendships as well. And I, when I wasn't feeling that great not that long ago, as you know, I had this one particular friend, and he came round the house. Do you know what I mean? Like, he came round to see if I was okay. He came with some flowers and chocolates for me, and I didn't expect it. Like, he's somebody that I worked with a long time ago, but just to show that care, just for someone to come round and just show that care, it means so much. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just a little gesture, but that person made that effort for me.
Yeah. And
yet there's people that, I've probably made lots and lots of effort for, that didn't even want to know me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? At that time when I was quite low. Do you know what I mean? So I think
it's like you've done so much for them, and now it's like you've done so much for them, and now they're like bored of you. They're going to someone else.
Yes, or if you're not giving them anything anymore, they don't want to know you. It's quite fake, isn't it? And I got, like I said, I am very lucky. Like, I do have someone that I probably would call my soulmate. Do you know what I mean? Like, a really good friendship where, this woman, she'll just come round. She'll just come round and give me a hug if I'm upset. Do you know what I mean? Like, and she'll come and give me a massage. She'll come and make sure I'm okay. She'll make sure the kids are okay. Forget me. She'll come and ask the kids if they're okay. And to me, I'd rather have one friendship like that
than any other.
A million friends. I don't need a million friends. I'd rather just have one friendship where, and you know yourself with her. Sometimes I just get angry and say it as it is, but they don't.
But they don't get annoyed.
They appreciate your honesty.
Like this other friendship that you've had.
Yeah.
And you told this lady that that you always feel like you're calling her, and then she made the effort the next day and
to call you. Yeah.
But this other friendship that you had, she said, what did she say? She said, I'm not going to chase friendships.
Yeah, she said, I'm not going to chase friendships. So if somebody wants to call me, they'll call me, and I won't call them. So that's what I mean. Like a good or a healthy friendship. We talked about that earlier. Like we said, a healthy friendship is a bit of both, isn't it? It's a bit of give and take, isn't it? It's about, two people having mutual respect for each other. You don't have to be in each other's toes all the time. You don't have to be with each other all the time. But it's important to have a few healthy friendships and walk away from those ones that are toxic. Like, it doesn't matter. Just because somebody's being kind to you once, that doesn't give them a space in your car park forever.
No. Like, you may think about the good times you've had with them, but you need to go.
I mean, like, you've got an example, haven't you, where you had, we've got this particular friendship, haven't we, with this, you know, and the girl in this friendship, she will always...
She's like always trying to make me feel that she's better.
So she'll say things like, I'm special,
Yeah.
you're not special, my granddad is special and your granddad's not special, and my
Like,
uncle is special, my uncle has this, and we have
like,
this
trying
and
to
we
rub
have
it in
that,
my
and
face.
you know, and yes, you know, go on, you maybe say.
Like trying to rub it in my face, and it's just like, I don't care. Or like, I really don't care about these things. And sometimes she's pushing me so much to the point where I just say, well, I give her an example of my own. And I'm not normally like that, but you know how I feel. Like sometimes then people just push you so badly.
There's no humbleness or humility, is there?
Yeah, they just think that they're the only people in the world.
And they're like the best, aren't they?
Yeah, and they have...
And that's a friendship we've stepped away from a little bit, haven't we?
Because
I think we both have.
You were kind of friends with her mum as well.
Yeah. And I think, you know, a friendship's always equal. You're always equal with each other. One is not better than the other.
No.
Or one shouldn't be saying I'm special. You know, I think it's quite low to say that my granddad is special and yours not. To me, that's quite a low thing to say.
Like who would say that?
Mm.
And yeah.
And I think sometimes as parents, so as a mum myself, you know, I think it's important for me to listen to you when you come and tell me these things as well about, you know, the people around you, the friendships that you have around you, and kind of not advise you, because I don't think I do generally advise you, but maybe just help you come to a conclusion about what a healthy friendship is or not. And sometimes, you know, where we've been friends, like mother-daughter friends, we've both had to come to that conclusion for some friendships, haven't we? Do you know what I mean? We've had a few friendships where it's been a mother-daughter friendship, haven't we?
Yeah. It's not just like, I've had a run-in with them and now my mum stopped being friends with them. But they both done something equally bad to each other.
Yeah.
I can remember one mother-daughter friendship as well.
Yeah, there's a few mother-daughter friendships that we've had, and we've stepped away from them, haven't we? Because they've either been not very nice to the daughter or not very nice to the mum. And I think in all those situations, we've just walked away from them, haven't we?
Yeah, it's best. And even if like there's an argument and you want to find a conclusion with them, there's just sometimes not.
There is, and that's acceptable. That's perfectly acceptable. Some things don't have a conclusion, do they?
No, like if you need to step away from them, just do it. And I know it's going to be hard because it's been hard for me.
Has it?
Yeah, you know that. Like seeing her with all her friends.
Well, the most recent example has been harder.
Seeing her with all her friends, her getting on with her life, and I'm just there upset. Like, why can't I just be like that? You know.
We've talked a bit about healthy friendships. We've talked about friendships being about mutual respect, you know, friendships being about, you know, trusting each other, communicating with each other, honesty, you know, just being there for each other. You don't have to be in each other's pockets all the time, right? We've talked about some of our friendships where it's not those things, is it? And how that then makes you feel. Do you know what I mean? And you know, we've talked about how it's okay to step away from a friendship. What do you think are two of the biggest things that you've learned through some of the friendships that you've had?
I'd say one of them would be like I said before, just don't have a best friend, and then give somebody the mutual respect that they deserve, but don't give somebody your brain space.
Yeah, your mind space,
Yeah.
So my two things that I think I've learned from my friendships is, you know, don't go back. If somebody treats you bad once, they're going to treat you bad again. Just don't go back. Just step away. You know, step away before it gets harder to step away from a friendship, I think. And a friend won't belittle you and gossip about you when you're not in the room. Friends don't do that to each other. So I think that's two things that I probably think. So friends have always got your back, basically, haven't they?
Yeah.
So good friendships have always got your back. And, you know, friendships come in many forms. Like, I would say that we're quite friendly, aren't we? We're like friends, you know, although I have to remind you sometimes that I'm your mum and not your friend. But, you know, we do have a little friendship, don't we?
Yes. I'd say it's a very strong bond.
Yeah, we do have quite a strong bond, don't we?
I mean, I'm glad that I have a mum that I can talk to about these things.
Your life is always fulfilled in lots of different ways, and sometimes we get so focused on one thing that we forget, don't we? Like, it's important. I mean, as a closing sort of remark to this sort of podcast for today, I would just say, you know, healthy friendships are what's important. Not having lots and lots of friends, just healthy friendships. You know, you can have one, you can have 10, but as long as they're healthy, you know, that's the most important thing, isn't it? What about you? What's your closing remark?
I would say be open to many different people.
Yeah? Yeah.
Like, just try and give. Just try.
Yeah.
And get through it.
Yeah. I would agree. So, thank you very much
For watching.
us today, talking about our friendships. We hope you enjoy today's episode, and our next episode is all about
Bullying.
we're going to talk about bullying, yes, and the different places where you find bullying. So we're going to talk about bullying, aren't we, next time? So that'll be an interesting podcast for everybody. Yeah, so thank you
so much
for watching us and listening to us, and you know, please do leave us some constructive feedback if you would like to, and yeah, we look forward to
seeing you next time.
Look after yourselves.
Bye.
Bye.
No, do you know that in High School Musical they do? Sharpay and Ryan before they go on stage.
Alright, should we do it then? What do I do? Should we do it again? Okay, ready? One. Alright, let me just find your zen, right? Okay, ready? Steady, go.